Now this is very surprising.
NANI?
Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81 and welcome back for another comparison video, and this time around, yes, I'm going to compare the latest pre-orders from Mafex, which is the Magneto as well as Cyborg, because these two figures has been released before, so I like to do some comparison and see what's the big deal about it. So let's get started with Cyborg, and on your left is the older versions and on your right is the latest pre-order version. As you can see, I've analyzed it very closely and it looks very much the same, except for the newer one does have a lighter tones of the chromes on his body, and you can even see the entire structures of the figure are very much the same. And here is a closer look on the face, and again it looks very much the same except for the skin tone is slightly lighter. In this picture you can see the older one does comes with a shield, but the newer one does have a lot more accessory and he does comes with a shield as well. And let's take a closer look on the heads. On the top is the old versions and on the below is the newer one. As you can see, the newer one does comes with an extra mask head sculpt. Back to the accessory, you can see the new one does comes with a lot more accessories, and the older one is only having the mother box as an extra accessory. And you can also see that the older one does have one shorter cannon and one longer cannons, while the new one does have a pair of the shorter cannon and the longer cannon is in blue instead of red. So the next one, let's take a look at Magneto. Okay, the same as Cyborg. On your left is the Apocalypse version and on the right is the original comic version. You can see they are very much different here. And if you zoom in, you can see the Age of Apocalypse Magneto does have a shadings on his body muscle, which makes him looks rather ripped. As for the new one, there is no shading, which makes him looks kind of fat. I believe they are of the same body here. And now let's take a look at the cape itself. As you can see, the cape is of different material. The one in the red this seems like a normal cloth, but the one in the purple this seems like they're using some kind of a very smooth, shiny material cloth, which makes it looks rather good. And from this picture, it's even more obvious that the new Magneto does have a different fabric for the cape. And let's take a closer look on the face itself. It is not just changing the hairstyle for both of the Magneto, and even the face structure of the Magneto is different, so it's a totally different head sculpt altogether. And now let's take a look at this darkened face of both Magneto, and the Age of Apocalypse Magneto. This seems like he doesn't have any mouth, but the newer one you can actually see the lips. So for those of you who have this Age of Apocalypse Magneto, do drop me a note down in the comment sections below and let me know, does he really have a mouth or is just darkened altogether? And if you take a closer look at the helmet, it's a different design altogether as well. So let's take a look at all the heads that it comes with. On the top is the older one and on the below is the newer Magneto. You can see they are all very different. Even for the grinning teeth, you can see the Magneto facial expression is slightly different. And the next picture shows the accessory that it comes with, and this new Magneto doesn't comes with an extra empty helmet like the Age of Apocalypse Magneto. Okay, so for Cyborg, you can see that it's almost the same figure altogether, just that the newer one have more accessory. But for Magneto, is a different figures altogether. So I hope this comparison does prove useful to you and help you decide whether you should get this new one or stick to the old one. And I'll catch you again in my next video. And at the same time, you can check out this video right over here.